We did the other franchise mode the last two times I made a video, and today we're going to be doing the Chargers franchise now after I've decided how I want to go about it. So let's go over the roster again. It's been a while since I've posted that one, so let me refresh your guys' memory on where everybody is at. So the starting offense is more or less the same outside of the right tackle and right guard. We traded Brian Bulaga basically for these two, so I feel like an 80 something overall for an 82 and a 73 to shore up this side of the line was needed, and then we traded for Dawson Knox for Jared Cook and a pick, I believe. And then Cam Akers is the new backup. But aside from that, the offense is basically the same. Defensively, our entire front three changed. We had Nick Bosa, so both the Bosa brothers are on this team. We have Ed Oliver and Brian Burns as our front three. Then we have Jamal Dean and Charlton Davis III as our top two corners, with Asante Samuel being right behind them. We also traded for Justin Tucker and Michael Dixon. And then we have Asante Samuel as slot corner and Palmer as slot wide receiver. So we're going to go ahead and go into week one against the Washington football team. We'll see if we can start 1-0 just like we did when we played this on my other YouTube channel. We're going to play the full game. If it gets out of hand or whatever, we'll go ahead and switch over to sim and just play the offensive side of the ball. Or we'll sim to the end if it gets completely out of hand very quick. We're probably just going to use default uniform this week, but when we have our home games, I'm thinking of using the navy or royal blue colors most of the year instead of the powder blues, I think. I do love the powder blues, but I don't feel like we get the other ones enough. So in this game, those will be our default home uniforms. And we're also not going to relocate back to San Diego in this one because we actually have a fan base in LA now, so I feel like will be more controversial now than it would be a year ago. Okay, Taylor Heineke comes out. We do have both Bosa brothers blitzing off the edges. I'm just going to be Ed Oliver and blitz up the middle and let the Bosas do their thing. Okay, so that's a good first carry for Gibson there. Gain of 15, I believe. Yep, gain of 15. Kenneth Murray there for the tackle.
When he did, went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys.
That's a 3-yard carry. Okay, so they're actually doing pretty good. I might have to adjust the sliders a little bit on run blocking for them, because I feel like they definitely should not be blocking this well.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Oh.
The ball comes out.
Ooh, that's a good one by Derwin James. Forced a fumble, and Drew Tranquil picks it up, so we don't have to worry about them scoring, and now we have to do our thing and actually get a score. Austin Eckler gets exactly 10 on the first carry. Ooh. Eckler breaks, 3 tackles. That fourth guy kind of stopped the last one from being a fully broken tackle, though. See if we can get Eckler on this, what they call touch pass, I guess. And the blocking by the tackle was not good on that one, so Herbert's first pass goes for nothing. Ah, that was tipped.
So the defense able to get off field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses
He had a really good jump there, so I can't really complain too much about that. Still not able to pin them inside the 5, though, which really sucks.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole
Okay, good tackle there by Tranquil again. Already making some decent plays.
Scoring some points they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles.
Ed Oliver. They didn't switch me right to that corner. I wanted to see if I could hit him right away and maybe force another fumble there. I have people cover a little closer to the line of scrimmage now.
Off the play fake, Heineke. Got an open man.
Another fumble.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Inside the 40 now.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football.
Eckler with another big carry of 10 there. Okay, so let's see if we can get an actual decent pass play this time. Herbert to Knox. Picks up 5.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end,
nice 3-yard carry by Eckler.
way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Play action this time for Justin.
Gonna hit Knox again because he just outspeeds the entire front 7 there.
First down here as the tackles made at Washington's 12.
Back to Eckler again.
Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the
There's
10.
a good 4 yards there for Eckler.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Herbert.
Knox gets us down to the 5 now.
From the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I'm going to try to hit Mike Williams here.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
Yep, and we get it.
Receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra
There's the
point.
PAT by Justin Tucker, and now we're up by 7.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
49.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an
I believe that was Tranquil again, and it was. Tranquil's been doing very good for us today now with tackling specifically. But this will be their last play of the first quarter, I believe. Unless it's an incomplete pass. Ooh. Almost got murdered there by Asante Samuel.
As you take a look at the draft class for this offense, it's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited.
Okay, Terry McLaurin gets to our side of the field there.
The rest of the offense as well.
After one 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Heineke.
Ooh, another forced fumble there.
And picked up by the Chargers.
Bosa gets a fumble 6 here.
They're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So pretty good start for us. 3 fumbles, 1 return for a touchdown, and then the touchdown pass by Herbert. First kick that's actually going to be in the field of play. Doesn't make a difference though, because they never return it. Unless it's like late in the game and they're like right by the line anyways.
But I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here.
Number 3, Asante Samuel, I believe, on the tackle there. Could have been Dean, actually. Asante's 25, I believe. Ooh, knocked away.
It's incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news?
I was hoping by doing that many audibles it would make them not know what's coming, but when you just dump it off short, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Man coverage is what we're going to go with on this play. I feel like it's probably our best option. And it was. We had someone right there to make the stop. Was that Michael Davis? I'm not sure who that was. Or maybe that was, no, I think that was Nwosu. Out at the 16 though.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the
Eckler to the outside and picks up 15.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage.
Let's go ahead and have Keenan run a slant.
A play fake and now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right.
That was, for whatever reason, thrown long there. Not sure why it made Herbert airmail that one. Just get a quick pass there and get us in a little bit better positioning here. Okay, Eckler run up the middle and still a good carry. Gets us to the 46.
You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out.
Okay, pass to Eckler out of the backfield, and that does pick up a first at the 42. Handoff to Eckler there. Only gets back to the line of scrimmage that time, though. Another run by Eckler. Gets to the 38. Well within Justin Tucker field goal range, however, so we are going to go ahead and pass the ball here. Hopefully I do the right pass that I want to do here. Palmer picks up 10 and a first down. Okay, maybe a rush play this time? Okay, I don't know about this one. Okay, that one worked out, but they had, I think, Chase Young and Ioannidis, I think, is probably who the superstar player is on the same side, and they have it again on this play.
So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Eckler gets 8 that time. And we're going to head to the 2-minute warning with a 14-0 lead right now.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
I can go for a deep pass to Allen, I think, but I'm probably not going to. Unless it looks like wide open. Another 6-yard pickup for Eckler on through the air now.
Second down and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right.
And Herbert rushes in for a touchdown. And moves the lead to 20 to zip.
Herbert keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21 to zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Kickoff now by Justin Tucker to, I don't know who that is. I think that's Gibson. No, that's not Gibson, is it? No. McKissick, I think is who that one was. And Dean gets an interception.
Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up.
Eckler to the right side of the field and picks up a big gain there.
90 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pass play to Eckler now. A designed screen there. Gets us down to the 25. This will be the last play we actually do that isn't like super obvious. Obviously just looking for an easy like dump off, and we don't even get that. Okay. Okay, so now they're going to have to force me to throw because that was irritating. Basically, since I clicked to throw the ball right, like 2 seconds before he actually hit me.
It's up, it's good. They'll cut the lead at 21 to 7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to look for Allen now.
Wrong.
Deep ball. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Unbelievable.
Decline.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Dawson Knox gets out of bounds, so we'll have one more pass play now.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Keenan Allen slant. Yeah, I think that's the best route to go here.
Wide open, it's Allen complete, and he'll be out of bounds. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to.
I mean, I could go for it here and try to get a touchdown. Actually, fuck it. I'm up by 2 touchdowns anyways. Let's go ahead and actually give Gabe Neighbors a carry here. I feel like he can get in, even if not. Once again, we're already up 2 scores. But he does actually get in, so no worries about not getting points there.
Gabe Neighbors in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of.
So really good first half there. Now I think we're going to get a little more aggressive now that we have a massive lead, but we're also not going to do anything too dumb. Andre Roberts on the kick return. Tried to juke there, that didn't quite work out.
Comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in.
Yeah, that's a good Parham catch there. There's a short little dump off that I was hoping would go further, and it did. Once again, Knox is really good at getting open right away for me.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
Same thing here, I think.
For the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play.
Only 1 yard carry there by Eckler, though.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Herbert.
But this sets up the screen pass perfectly. Only gets 4 because animations suck ass in this game.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
Why are they wanting me to kick a field goal here? I'm not going to count this as a miss if it doesn't go in. Yeah, they shouldn't even have fucking given me that stupid ass option.
This score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, Gibson. And oh my goodness, he loses.
But we got the ball back, so it doesn't really matter there.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion,
ooh, almost picked.
Another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Okay, punt the ball now.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.
Okay, out at the 7. That's not too bad.
Out at the 7-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of
I honestly forgot Tillery was still in the...
I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what do you symptomatic?
Oliver up the mid. Ah, come on. We really need that sack there, I think.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. And he finds McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin gets a catch.
As they bring him down at the 23. On the draw, it's Gibson. Shifts by him, and he'll be corralled.
All right, good carry by Gibson.
70 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles, wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down.
Ooh, knocked away. I think that was Drew Tranquil again.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke.
Heineke tosses the ball away.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Alright, let's see if they make the CPU do the smart thing and go for it here. They don't.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions down.
Kenneth Murray has two pretty important tackles in this game, I think.
Knocked him down to force a fourth down.
Andre Roberts.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off play action. Herbert. Chase Young able to get in there for his
Bro, I hate the blocking in this bum-ass game.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That's a very big first down there.
Across the 25-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here
Chuck
in the
Mickler.
third quarter. I think they keep
Ooh,
taking
nice
their
carry.
shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just
Another run play. Find the hole there. Just pick up the first and take it down to the 4th quarter now.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert flushed out right.
Ooh, toe drag swag by Keenan Allen there.
Right near the 35-yard line.
Of course Washington's going to challenge, but they're not going to get anything, so fuck you, Washington.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed.
That was perfectly timed there. Almost got sacked, but got the ball off anyway. Okay, now run to the left side. Oh. And auto shed once again.
He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Eckler going to get it again on second.
And an auto shed again.
Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They get auto sheds, but we don't. Awesome.
And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defense.
He's got his man.
There we go.
Caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
I think that was Knox. Yep.
There to make the grab. And the Chargers are closing.
And I believe that's the dagger to this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Okay, let's see if we can shut them down one more time.
Whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves.
Derwin James there for the tackle. Ooh, can we? I think I'm going to go with Nwosu for this so that the ability guys can handle their stuff. Drew Tranquil with another tackle. Then we're going to have to look at his stats at the end of the game. I think he probably has the most on the team or very close to it this week.
To throw again on second down. Heineke, this one left
I thought I can catch up with him.
Gets hit and he fumbles it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Out to the right to Humphries.
Another tackle by Tranquil there.
Adam Humphrey spent 4 years in Tampa.
So we're going to win this game like 100%. Like almost certainly.
Makes a good catch there.
We did hit him as he threw, but it didn't affect him like it would have affected us, which is kind of bullshit, but okay.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, a run with Gibson.
We did call the right play there, but obviously we don't get auto sheds like they do, so...
76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Heineke. And Thomas has...
Ooh, he stepped out.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the...
If he didn't step out, that probably could have been a first for them.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Heineke.
That was almost picked.
Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just go man-to-man. Even if they score here, they're not winning.
Keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally launches
Mike Williams with his signature deep ball catch there.
Big play there for L.A.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Nice 4-yard carry there for Eckler this time.
Once more, here's Eckler. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
All right, we're going to score.
Just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon.
Okay, I called the wrong formation there.
Kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this will be called.
There you go.
And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead, sim the rest of this game, and go over the stats. Sim to next week, do the training, and then be done with it.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play in a different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, they get the victory in the debut of Brandon Staley as head coach.
And they'll get another road test next week.
All right, let's look at the stats. Herbert, 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 148.9% or passer rating, 11.4 yards average, and a couple of sacks. 20 for 111 for Eckler, 10 for 72 for Gibson here, but I don't really care about Gibson. 1 for a touchdown for Gabe, and then 1-7 and a touchdown for Herbert. Receiving wise, 54 for Eckler, 71 and a touchdown for Dawson Knox, 88 for Keenan Allen. Jalen Guyton with a 2-yard touchdown and 70 yards and a touchdown for Mike Williams. Blocking, 2 sacks, 1 by Slater, 1 by Caleb. I think the Slater one might have been the one I kind of rolled into, but that's beside the point. Defensively, we have a tackle for loss for Burns and Ed Oliver. We have a sack for Ed Oliver and Nick Bosa. We have the pick by Dean. Drew Tranquil led the team with 7 total tackles. And then we had the 1 missed field goal by Justin Tucker, but they shouldn't have even suggested a 66-yard. I should have called a timeout. So I'm going to make sure I call that 0-0 and I take 1 miss off if there's more than 1 this season. And then we're going to go ahead, sim the next week, simulate the training, do upgrades, hope for maybe a breakout player somewhere. But Nick Bosa does get an upgrade here. We're going to put in the run stopper. And then Justin Herbert actually gets an upgrade after a total of 5 touchdown performance. Okay, so he does have abilities on. Passers with this ability have faster pass animations when they are throwing under pressure. People with an increased success rate with using pump fake. Okay, we're going to go quick draw with the first ability. And it seems as though my system decided to freeze. So I'm going to do this stuff off camera, and then we'll start next episode with the Chargers playing the Cowboys. And then I'll let you guys know which abilities he has when we get to it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.